Every other day, she lays me an egg inside of this car seat, and it just cracks me up because it doesn't look like a comfortable spot. What do you think I have? You've got straw hanging out of your mouth, girlfriend. They all think it's feeding time. Here comes the ducks. Good morning, friends. It's Sandra from Fowler Family Homestead, and today we'd like to take you along to enjoy our day with us. Waddling on over, taking our time. Hi, girls. Hi, girls. Hi, duck. There's our big boy. Here's our big boy. He's got to come too. Hi. Hi, ducky duckies. Hi, ducky duckies. What are you doing? I haven't decided if he wants to. Oh, jeez. Hi, Lola. I just came out of nowhere. Right there, Mama. Speaking of, I haven't decided if he likes me or if he wants to attack me. He follows me everywhere I go. When I come out here, if I was to walk to the shop right now, he would follow me. Anytime I pop out of the house, he follows me. Wind just picked up massively. We actually, we had a fire up on the hillside over there. I'll go show you guys where it was. Anyway, it was the day before yesterday, and they had to come. Oh, sorry, Rooster. Oh, yeah. See, I feel like he just wants to attack me. Just not 100% got him yet. I think I accidentally got him good. Tripped over him. Michael came out here a couple days ago to go feed the cows, and noticed up on the hillside over here that there was smoke. Mind you, it's April. We live in a fire-prone area, but that was a little too close for comfort. This hillside right here, I'll actually insert a picture right now, and you guys can see one of those trees up. My hand's too high. Up there was actually on fire, and we could see it. So that was, we figured it's about a mile from us. And just too close. It took them all day to get it out, and they did, but it had spread pretty good. The fire had gone over that way, and it was just, yeah, we have had no rain. We had a little bit last night, but for the most part, we've had no rain, and we had a very slow melt off this year, so the ground is very dry. Like slow, you'd think it would be a good thing, but because it was so slow, the ground was able to dry out in a lot of places. We're praying for rain, and hopefully he brings us some rain. I was looking back at some pictures back on this time last year, and the ground looked a little bit wetter, but it looked fairly similar to what it is now. No snow on the ground, and we did get a significant amount of rain last year, so we're hoping for some good rain to come here soon. But we're getting ready to jump up into the 70s at the end of next week. Gonna be strange because it's gonna be so warm, but it's gonna be lovely. We're ready to get outside. We're ready to start gardening. We're ready to do the homesteading thing. Butchering chickens coming at the end of this month, and we're getting turkeys. So we're really excited to get outside and enjoy some weather. You guys can see we only have a few spots left that have snow. So everything over by the shop, you can see a little bit of white right there where the roof, where the snow had come off the roof, and that's about it. Right there, everything else is clear. And the children are loving it because they're able to come outside and play now, and my kids don't like to wear shoes. They're weird like that. So this has like been ideal for them. They've all been running around barefoot, getting their feet tough for the summer. Our plants are looking amazing. We planted these a few weeks ago, so I've got tomatoes and we've got peppers Up on this top one, we've got purple cabbage or cauliflower, I don't remember which one it was, and some celery, which we're really excited about the celery. We're really excited about the celery because last year my celery did fantastic, and then we put it in the wrong spot, and apparently celery doesn't like full sun, so not something I paid attention to when we planted. And this is a brand new garden for us too, so trying to figure out exactly the best places for everything. It's gonna take a little bit of finagling things. We're definitely changing things around this year, and we're extending the garden out to make some more places for some more things. So we are really happy about the way that things are looking. I need to transplant my jungle of tomatoes. Those are all looking fabulous, but I need to transplant them because they're becoming entangled with each other, and they need to be straight up and down and lovely. And we've got some tomatoes back there, and then I've got a mess of peppers up here. And these are, like I said, some that I transplanted the other day. I've got some more over here. There's our little rooster friend. And then I want to show you guys out in the greenhouse because we did some changes out in the greenhouse and I wanted to show you guys. And then a couple things in the house as well. I have done many videos over the past, well, that was the last time that I posted. It was about a month ago. I've done many videos in that time. I am really good at making videos. I'm really bad at finding time to edit them. That has been my issue for quite some time now. So we're gonna go out into the greenhouse and we are going to look at what we planted out there. All right, into the greenhouse. Look at what Michael has done in here. He's done such a good job. The last time that we showed you guys in the greenhouse, I think we had just had this, excuse me, little kitty, you need to get out. We just had this, actually, we had graveled it because we did a couple videos where I showed you guys my starts. But Michael built this table this winter and we got a sink. Underneath there is the spigot that was in here, so we're eventually going to put a nozzle coming out into the sink. And I think that these were here as well. But he's put down some pavers and he's gonna go around the table with the pavers. So I have a bunch of onion sets in here that I've done. A lot of my onions from last year survived the winter, so those are doing good. We transplanted some cilantro, and this is the first time that it's actually, this is the first day that it's actually starting to perk up. It was not enjoying life out here, so it's, these two are wanting to grow together. Even these guys, they're just, it's a little too cold in here. We've got the cook stove going around the clock right now, and the kitchen window open specifically for the greenhouse, and they're just not too thrilled out here. This guy looks good though. And then over here, I've got kale. We're basically learning what will grow out here and at what times I can plant them. So my cilantro, not so happy. The kale, on the other hand, has done great pretty well from the get-go. One of those guys doesn't look so good, but he wasn't looking good when I transplanted him. And then a couple of my Brussels sprouts have, you know, they're looking kind of meh. That guy and that one right there. So a bunch of these guys are doing good. And then on over here we have got spinach. And this is actually doing really good too. There's a couple of them again, and it seems like everybody's got a little dud in the bunch. But like this one, I'm starting to get a second set of leaves on this one and on this one. So that is really exciting. Our goal with our greenhouse right here, right off the back of the house, is to put a wood stove in here so we can grow through the winter. That is ultimately what we want. We want to have, no ma'am, you will eat all of my starts. You get out of here, shoo. We would like to have hardy things growing that will last us through the winter. So spinach is a great one, kale, all the brassicas will do fine. So we need to make room for them, and having the ability to grow throughout the winter is just ideal. These are things that we usually buy at the store during the winter, and I really want to get away from doing that. So I have some tomatoes that, these are the extras from me transplanting, and I have a ton still. These guys I just left out here because these were my piddly looking ones, And some of these are looking great. You know, this one has got, oh, this is the second one there. Some of them are looking good. I actually have a girlfriend that just moved here, and I'm going to give her a bunch of my tomatoes. So I'll save some of the good looking ones from these, and then some of the ones that I have in the house. And then I've got a pepper plant. I'm surprised that these are doing so well out here because it's cold. I mean, it does get very chilly. And then over here, this one, this was an experiment this year. We actually took all of our toilet paper rolls. I have something growing right there. That's funny. We took toilet paper rolls and cut them in half and put dirt in them, but it's retaining too much moisture, and it's actually starting to, it seems like it's damaging the plants. I'm trying to only water them every 2 to 3 days. I might even extend that a little bit. But these guys back here, they've got some white going on, and I don't even know what that is. This is the first day that I've seen these like this. So we'll see. Hopefully, if they look good. I mean, they're all, you know, they've got several sets of leaves on them. So I'm going to try and plant them anyways, but I'm a little disappointed in this. We will not be doing this again. But one really exciting thing is on this side, this one, this one, this one, and this one. These are all from our garden that I had left in the greenhouse. Like, I just had a pile of seeds, broccoli seeds that I just threw over in the corner like this, and I was not expecting them to germinate because it got quite moist in here, and they did. So that is very encouraging to me that these guys are, the ones that I saved earlier are going to do fine too, but these guys are doing really good. So that's really exciting. And then we picked up some raspberry plants from Walmart. They actually had non-GMO raspberry plants. And in all actuality, I probably should have known better than to buy them. Do have 3 that are thriving quite well, but this one is succumbing to some rot of some kind, some disease, and same with that guy over there. And then this one did absolutely nothing. So a little disappointing. They were $5.99 each, but I mean, we did get 3 that are surviving, and we'll see what happens with the other ones. And then down in here in the next day or so, I'd like to get these planted. We have hydrangeas, which hydrangeas are my favorite plant. We got some purple ones, which these will probably turn blue because our soil is very acidic. I've always wanted purple ones. Oh, that's a lovely spider. I have always wanted pink hydrangeas. Oh, I just tore that off of there. I'm sorry. Oh, there's another one. Ugh, we have so many of these big, giant black spiders. See them? Ew. I would love to have some pink hydrangeas, and I know that there are ways that you can get around the acidic soil and make them pink. But that's just where we are. Ooh, is he alive?
Oh my gosh!
Ew, he's alive. I thought he was dead.
No, that's a different one.
I know. I thought he was dead.
Oh, disgusting.
Ew, is there more on it? I feel like they're everywhere now. That spider was alive. He's not anymore, but he was alive. Anyway, now I'm totally got the heebie-jeebies.
I'm scared of spiders.
So I got our lilacs and our hydrangeas, and I'm super excited to plant these guys because I miss my hydrangeas from the other side. They were so beautiful. So that is the lowdown on the greenhouse. I'm just thrilled to have this. I cannot wait to start planting, and I actually need to plant some corn today. Corn starts, and I need to do my transplanting of my tomatoes and peppers. So the garden, I am super excited here. Next week, I think I'm going to be able to get in here and start tearing apart the garden. And Michael chipped up a whole bunch of chips. We actually fell a couple trees because we're going to extend the garden out that way. And we're going to start layering things down and getting it ready for gardening season. I need to tear apart that bed because it's got some yuck going on there too. And then over here, I was watching Simply Living Alaska, I think it's called. We just found their channel. which is funny because I know that they're a really popular channel, but I've never caught on to them yet. Anyway, since they live in Alaska, their winters are very similar. They're actually a lot colder than we are. They get, weeks of -20s, and we get a couple days of -10 maybe. Anyways, she was talking in her last garden season she wasn't talking, she was showing how she does her raised beds, and they're just big, mounded, beautiful raised beds. Or raised rows, excuse me. I'll leave the link to the video. So we are going to do that for our carrots and our beets because she had luscious, big carrots. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to extend the row here. Last year, if you guys remember, we had tomatoes here and onions here and this row here. And we're going to make another row, and this is going to turn into peppers. And then we're going to be moving our over here on these raised rails. Let's just walk over here so you guys can see it better. It's kind of blending into the back wall there. We had sweet peas on these 3 rows, and we are going to take that row out because this row, it's weird because on my when I'm looking here, and I'm also looking at my hand outside of the camera, and they're totally not aligned. So it's really throwing me off. This row is going to be taken out because it's going to be an extension to this garden out here. And then we're going to extend this row all the way out. And then we're going to take out 1 row of our bush beans and make it an extension of the sweet peas. Our children love sweet peas very much. Oh, look at you, cute stuff. We got some new clothes, and she thinks it's fun to play dress up. But it's just too chilly out here. You're half naked. Anyway, to make up for the lack of bush beans, we are going to be extending our pole beans out into that garden, which will be really nice. And I think that we're going to move the satellite as well, which we'd really like to not have that in the middle of the garden. We didn't have the garden up when we put the satellite in, and we just can't stand it in here. I don't want to be in front of it when I'm picking, so we usually turn the internet off, and I don't even know if that does anything, honestly. It might still be setting its rays, but I don't want to be in the middle of that. So getting the satellite out of here, extending the garden back this way, and we're just really excited to get in here and get stuff done. And then Michael's going to be filling in the rest of this raised bed going along here. And then, see my onions? I'm so surprised that they survived through the winter. And they look great. They're actually growing, which surprises me. So we had some friends of ours come fall a tree. They just moved out here, and the husband, he's been a logger for 25 years. He was a logger. He does something else now. But he fell some trees for us, and they were actually really nerve-wracking, especially this front one here. It was leaning really hard towards the house. So we're thankful to have gotten those out, and it was just a really big blessing to have them just move up here and to be able to do that for us. And so our neighbor is going to bring his backhoe up here and dig these guys out, and the extension of the garden will go to the end of that stump over there. And then Michael's going to put a greenhouse in between that stump and that spigot. What are you doing? It's just a duck day, huh? It's just a duck day. Duck, 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 duck. So cute. So right about where the satellite is where the garden will open up into this garden, and it will go to the post that is right next to the garbage cans in the outhouse building there. So the other thing that we got going on in here, I'm going to have to show a previous video of what we've done here so far, but this is in the kids' room. So Michael has put in this wall, and he's also finished a wall for the girls' room. So this doorway is going to be, or this wall here is going to be our pantry, which I'm just thrilled about. So we're going to take the kids' let's see if I can get back here far enough. We're going to take the kids' bedroom door, and we're going to take it out. And this will no longer be a bedroom door because we'll have curtains in the kids' doorways here to give them their separation. So this door will go about where that mark on the wall is right there. So we were going to use this bookshelf right here as bookshelves, but it actually is the perfect place for my canning jars. And then we'll have that shelf stay. We're going to put a shelf along here and then another shelf here. So it's going to be a huge pantry area for me. And it'll be a nice place to put our buckets too. These are all full of berries and wheat berries and whatnots. And Michael and I are currently in the process of trying to figure out where we are going to put our root cellar. That to me just kind of completes a homestead. It's a true homestead at that point, and so I'm just thrilled to be getting that in the process, and that is something that we very much plan on videotaping. Hopefully we can get to it this summer. That's the goal. We have funds set aside for it now, so we're just, I can't wait to get a root cellar started. We decided to come out here because the day just got beautiful and we wanted to figure out where we were going to. Actually, what happened was Michael told me that our artichokes survived the winter. Well, one of them did at least. That's our lone artichoke. Yeah, there's a couple, like this one's still pretty tight in the ground. You can feel that it's got root. The other ones, huh?
What do you call that? Like vibrant core?
Something.
Vibrant core?
It's in there. It's staying put.
It's like a tree.
And then we got, you know, a spunky hair and decided to start ripping out stuff in the garden. So Michael's tearing apart the bush beans, and I am going to plant some garlic. I did not plant garlic in the fall, but I read that you can plant it in the spring. So I'm going to plant this whole bed in garlic, and then I'm also going to plant some in fall if this doesn't turn out. Even if it does, I'm still going to plant it. We like garlic. Oh yeah, Michael is not pulling out the bush beans or the pole beans. He's pulling out what we think is called mullein.
It's mullein. Toilet paper.
Yeah, it's the Indians used to use it as toilet paper. So if we ever come into a toilet paper shortage again, we're good to go.
I don't know that.
It's soft.
Too soft.
What do you got?
Burning bean.
Oh, it is a green bean. I thought it was a lizard at first, a dead lizard. Yeah.
Cause yeah.
What? I love you. Give me some of that. No. Well, you do this one. I go around. Are you pulling out the string beans?
Yeah.
Or the pole beans?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cows will enjoy those. Autumn and I got the raised bed all done. So hopefully this bed comes up in garlic. It's getting really loud because all the kids are coming out here. After a full winter of being inside, this feels really good. Okay, we are going to end the video. I want to be able to get this edited and up for you guys so you guys can see what we've been up to. Hopefully we will catch you guys soon.
Blessings, happy homesteading. Bye.
Got really dark in the house all of a sudden. We had some clouds that came out of nowhere. I was hoping that it was going to rain, but it's hailing. You're crazy. Are you enjoying yourselves, Becky's? Yeah, it's hailing pretty good. Get out of the hail. Get in here, you crazy girl. I didn't call you creepy. Yeah, the ground is totally white. Looks like it's snowing. It'll melt fast though.
Really good.
What's going on?